Oh, voll Respekt für Toni. Wieder eine clevere Entscheidung, immer in seiner Karriere.
As I was saying, I have a great deal of respect for Toni Kroos. I think he's made an intelligent decision by drawing a line under his career right at the peak of his powers. He deserves the utmost respect. He has the opportunity to play his final match in the Champions League Final with Real Madrid. We know that he's a hugely important player who's been at the top of the game for the last 10 years. I didn't play too often with him, but very often against him. He's always been a world-class player, and he's an almost unique player.
English.
Now, could you please ask your questions in English, German or Italian? Thank you very much.
Frage zur Mannschaft. Sind alle fit hier angekommen? Sind alle fit?
A question in German about the team. Are they all available for selection?
Und am Samstag wird da auch Matej im Tor stehen, wie es bis jetzt war? Oder
Who will play in goal? Matej, as you've done thus far. Tomorrow, Matej. The last few matches, and I'll pick Matej between the sticks, and on Saturday we'll see.
Great. Jonathan, ich hätte eine Frage an dich. Siehst vor der Saison, du
A question for Jonathan Tah.
Hättest darüber nachgedacht, den Club zu verlassen, was anderes zu wagen. Wie ernst waren diese Gedanken damals und wie?
Apparently, before the start of the season, you were planning on leaving Leverkusen and moving elsewhere. What was going through your mind at the time, and how do you see things now? What matters is I'm here now, and I'm really savouring this season. I've had the privilege of being involved in this campaign. I've had the privilege to be involved in matches such as these. It doesn't happen very often to win the domestic title and to be involved in 2 cup finals, so to win 2 further competitions. So I'm absolutely loving this season. As for what went on in the past, that's water under the bridge. I'm here now, that's all that matters.
Ja, auch eine Frage an Jona. Wie war das heute für euch und vor allen Dingen auch für dich, hier anzukommen in Dublin, alles so aufzusaugen, ins Stadion reinzukommen?
What was it like coming to Dublin for you today, you and your teammates stepping into the stadium? It's a big ground, it's rather imposing. How much trepidation is there ahead of tomorrow night? There's a huge amount of anticipation for us. We know it's going to be a very unique atmosphere. There's a lot of anticipation around this match, and it's relatively new for most of us to be involved in such a huge fixture. So there's a lot of build-up, and we can't wait for the first whistle to sound.
Hallo Xabi. Die Mannschaften von Gasperini sind typischerweise Mannschaften, die nach vorne verteidigen, sehr
Gianpiero Gasperini's teams are typically very aggressive. They tend to press very high, and they like to man-mark all across the pitch, 1v1 duels, and they try and win those challenges. What does that mean for you guys from a tactical perspective? What do you foresee? Absolutely. We know that over the last 5 years, Atalanta have had a very clear identity under Gianpiero Gasperini. The players know exactly what they want and need to do on the pitch. They've had success both domestically and in Europe. We're very familiar with the team, but this is a team which continues to progress and evolve. Occasionally they sit back a bit more. They're not always gung-ho, pressing very high. We've played against teams in Germany that have this sort of mentality and mindset. Either way, what matters tomorrow, sure, is tactics, but above all, mentality. We need to make sure that we show togetherness, we have a strong team ethic. Either way, we have a game plan. But the players still have that wonderful atmosphere from Leverkusen that we experienced on Saturday that they can tap into. We want to win the final tomorrow.
Mr. Alonso, about the Czech players, I mean, Patrick, Adam and Matej, if you could comment on their latest performances and maybe what role have you prepared for them for the final game of Europa League?
I'm really happy with all of them, for sure. We need all the players to reach this moment of the season where we have finished the Bundesliga in a great way, and we have 2 games to go. So all the players, they have been really important. They have played an important role. We have used all the players, so that's been one of the key of the success that we have got so far. And Patrick, we know his qualities. He's always a goal threat. He's always there in the right moment. He has been vital for this way till Dublin in key moments. And Adam, after the injury, he has played an important role last week, 2 weeks ago against Rome. He played really well. So yeah, he's a reliable player, and I'm very happy with them and with the rest of the team as well.
Axel Hesse bitte von der Sportbild.
Eine Frage an Granit. Wie ist es für euch als Mannschaft, wenn man den wichtigsten Titel schon gewonnen hat und dann zu so einem Finale kommt? Dann das noch mehr Sicherheit?
Having already won the Bundesliga, the most significant piece of silverware. Now you're approaching this final, you've almost got nothing to lose, essentially, for the rest of the season.
Finale spielt man zu gewinnen.
I do actually think we have something to lose. Absolutely. You go into finals to try and win them. Our primary goal is to try and win the Bundesliga. Our second target is tomorrow night, and we'll do everything in our power. And we'll try and make sure that we come back to Leverkusen with the Europa League.
Eine Frage an Xabi. Xabi, Simon Rolfes hat heute Morgen
gesagt,
Xabi Alonso ist wieder fit, ist in der Lage, beide
This morning, Simon Rolfes said that Florian Wirtz is fit again. Can he play in both finals? Are you in even greater touch with him as a coach? Is that right? Can he play, and what role will he play? A crucial role, because he's a hugely important player. Can he start? We'll see tomorrow. Simon has said yes, so as I said, we'll see. Ultimately, the decision comes down to me.
Hi, Xabi. Do you have any rituals for the finals, for this kind of matches? Something special with difference with the other matches? And you said the day before that to win the Bundesliga that you remember some special trainers like Ormachea. Something. Do you remember something now in that moment?
No, at the moment our focus has been preparing the game, not a special thing. We haven't changed anything. That the only thing that we come here to train when normally we do at home, but you know, the preparation. We have played this year 51 games, so we have talked so much. I think that is great that the players, they have this understanding of different situation of the preparation. So it's almost like the job is done till now. Now is the time to give our best in these 2 games, and for sure tomorrow we will need our best from all the players.
Bitte sehr.
Hi, Xabi. My name is Omar Katuba, omarsports.com, Nigeria. Victor Boniface, since returning from injury, if my memory serves me right, I started just about 2 games. And on Twitter, I get a lot of messages. On Twitter, people say, Omar, why is Boniface not starting? Why? So I thought that I should bring that question to you. Is this something you'd like to explain for Nigerians? Because they're worried, kind of.
No, it's a good question. But for sure, after the injury, it takes time. But of course, we have a wide squad. We have so many players, and all of them, they want to be on the pitch, for sure. I like when someone is not playing and shows this character to prove me, coach, you were wrong. I had to be on the pitch. So that's the challenge, that's the professional, but I'm happy with Bonnie. You know, the impact that he has got this year for us, he has helped us so much, and we are helping him to be back on track. But tell your people from Nigeria that we are happy with him.
Stefan von Nox dann bitte vom Kicker.
Eine Frage an Jona. Xabi hat gerade über Atalanta und den Spielstil gesprochen. Ihr habt vor 2 Jahren das selbst erlebt. Du warst dabei, viele Spieler
Xabi
waren
Alonso
dabei.
has spoken about Atalanta and
Welche
about
Erinnerungen hast du zum einen
the way
an
they
dieses Spiel,
play
vor allem in Bergamo?
football?
Und
You faced Atalanta 2
warum
years
glaubst
ago.
du, kann
What do
sowas
you
in der
remember
Form nicht
from
passieren, was
that
damals
very
passiert
unique
ist?
match away
Ja, ich glaub,
in Bergamo? What mustn't occur tomorrow night that occurred 2 years ago? We all remember those 2 matches very well, 2 matches which were really intense. Both sides pressed very aggressively. We did encounter some issues, but we've grown since then as a team. So we have new options up our sleeve, and we're ready to make sure that it won't be a repeat of what happened 2 years ago, because we've made huge strides since then as a team.
Hallo, guten Abend. Ich bin nicht aus Deutschland, but I'm from Czech Republic, and we would like to really know if Matěj Kovář will tomorrow start in the final.
Yes.
Very nice question. And
thank you.
And the second thing, I am surprised. You don't even look nervous. You look like, okay, we are tomorrow playing another match. How are you doing this type of thing? It's a question on all of you guys. Thank you so much.
We are taking blood every morning, so. We don't feel it anymore.
Bitte sehr.
Hello, Xabi. Xabi, sorry. My question is, you play, if I am not wrong, three Champions League finals, 2 with Liverpool and 1 with Real Madrid, but the last one you can't play because you were out because sanction, I don't remember the word in English. Suspension. What do you feel before your first European final as a manager?
Well, the excitement, but for sure my job is prior to the game. Once the ball is rolling, it's time for the players, so it's time to help them. But for sure, I think that what I've said before, we have been preparing for these moments through all the year. It's not just 2 days job, and you know, luckily I have a great team. I have players that they are ready for sure. They are well prepared for tomorrow. We have shown that during the whole year, and tomorrow I have a good feeling that it's not going to be different. We respect so much Atalanta, but we have confidence on our game, on our mentality that it's not going to change, and with the confidence that we can make it.
Bitte sehr.
Stefan Döring von der Funke Mediengruppe. Frage an beide Spieler, anschließend an das, was Axel Hesse gerade gefragt hatte. Meisterschaft schon gewonnen, DFB-Pokalfinale nächstes Wochenende.
You've already won the Bundesliga.
Wie setzt ihr das vom Kopf her
Next weekend you have the domestic cup final in Germany. Mentally, how tough is it to forget the Bundesliga success and not look ahead to the cup final and focus on tomorrow night? It's not that tough, because if you know that you're about to play such an important final like tomorrow night, you don't really require too much when it comes to leaving aside your domestic success. Of course, when we're on holiday on the beach this summer and we relive the entire season, of course we will wind back the tape, but we're right in the thick of it at the moment. We know that we can make this season even more special than it's already been thus far. So it's not easy, it's not difficult for us at this moment in time to focus on tomorrow, anything but. We're focused on tomorrow night's game, we're not distracted. In fact, we can harness what we've done already in order to win on Saturday as well.
Bitte von der Bild-Zeitung.
I agree.
Ja, eine Frage an Jona und an Xabi. Granit, du warst letztes Jahr nicht
Question
dabei,
for
als
Jonathan,
Bayern das Finale
Xabi.
sehr knapp verpasst hat. Aber
You
ihr habt es
weren't
alle ja
there
gesagt von
last
Beginn
year
an. Diese
when
Enttäuschung
Bayer
des Halbfinales
Leverkusen
damals
just
zu
missed
verlieren,
out on the
hat euch
final.
eigentlich durch diese ganze Saison getragen. Und jetzt habt ihr dieses
The
Finale, was ihr
disappointment
letztes Jahr
at
nicht
losing
bekommen
in the
habt.
semi-final
Was gibt euch das auch mit jetzt gerade in
that
diesem
served
Spiel
as
morgen, dass ihr jetzt
motivation
mit
all
einem Jahr
season
Verspätung diese
long.
Chance
Now
bekommt?
you've got the final that you missed out on last season. How motivated are you to go and actually win this competition a year late, if you will?
Wir haben schon gesprochen über
It's a huge motivation.
Dieses Gefühl, das wir hatten letztes Jahr. Wir waren in der Nähe, eine Finale zu
We've already spoken
wir haben diese
about how things felt last season. We were very close to making it to the final. We really harnessed this disappointment to our advantage to fight even more, to achieve success and to take the next step, and we've done so. If you make it to the final, you don't simply go to make up the numbers, you try and win it. It will be a one-off game tomorrow night, and we'll try and produce one last effort this season. The team are ready to do so. We go into the game with the right mindset, and we've had a lot of success thus far as well.
Ganz hinten.
Hi, Xabi from Finnish TV. Thanks for confirming the goalkeeper selection for tomorrow. Just wanted to.
Sorry.
just wanted to, hear your thoughts about Radeski's role as a captain still in the team, and what kind of role is in the dressing room.
Well, we could talk about Saturday, that he was on the pictures, but I prefer to talk about when I came in October 22, when the moments were not that nice. And I found a great captain, that he was taking the shit on his own, not on his own, but with some of the other captains. And they were difficult moments, and I could feel that these guys, they care. And that was really important to start building and try to get the feeling that which players they could pull from the other ones. And Lucas for sure, Jonas for sure was one of them. So he deserves to be in those pictures, to grab that trophy. John as well, other guys as well. But I'm happy for all of them that they got this big achievement, this big happy moment. But we don't want to stop.
Bitte sehr.
Hello, Xabi. Ángel Gosalve para Diario La Escuadra. I wanted to ask if you ever imagined that you were going to have this impact in a club like Bayer Leverkusen, which is currently the most informed team in the world and is 2 games away from achieving a historic treble. Thank you very much.
Well, I was so young in this coach career, so it was let's go, let's see what happens. So in just 1 year and a half, so many things happen. It has been a very intense period, and this year we have been able to take a lot of right decisions in terms of planification, in terms of putting the pieces together. I think that we have built great chemistry within the players. The energy in the locker room is really good. The confidence in how we want to play is really good. And the mentality that we have shown throughout all the year, it's been fantastic. So putting all the things together, we have reached this moment, and now it's the moment to take this last week to give our best, but really enjoying it.
Bitte sehr. Hier vorne? In the front? Thank you.
Good evening, Giorgio Dusi, Italian Press. A question for Granit Xhaka. You already played the Europa League Final, if I'm not wrong, and it didn't went so well. But do you think that this time you are in the strong team and you play against the underdogs team? And this underdogs team, do you think it has some weak points that you studied, or maybe you asked some advices to your friends, Remo Freuler, because I think that Kolasinac couldn't give you many advices. It is your opponent today. Thank you.
Yeah, it's my second Europa League final, it's true. The first one we lost. But in life, you get always a second chance. And if you have the chance to take it in the second one, you try and you give everything. I don't believe that in a final you have underdog. This is my opinion. In the finals, if you beat Liverpool, if you beat Marseille, you are a good team and you deserve to be in the final like Atalanta. But we know the quality they have, the good and the bad things. But in the end, we have to look after ourselves and to give everything like we did all season. And let's see what happens after 90 minutes.
Stefan von Nox, bitte, vom Kicker. Yes.
Eine Frage an Xabi. Die Spielweise von Atalanta ist schwierig für eine Mannschaft, weil man viel Druck bekommt. Sie
A question for Xabi Alonso. Atalanta are quite hard to manage because they press very high, but it also gives you scope to find space between the lines. What would you like to do in terms of your game plan tomorrow night? Yes, we need to make the most of space intelligently. And we also need to decide what tempo to play in which areas of the game, when to go more direct, when to play tighter, shorter passes. We have all of these possible options from a technical perspective. We need to choose when and where to do so. What matters tomorrow night is our performance out of possession. If you want to win a final, it's not only enough to play well with the ball. They've got great ability with Ademola Lookman, Koopmeiners, Xhaka. We're familiar with them. We're ready for them. We have pacey options as well that we can make the most of, and it'll be a great battle tomorrow night.
Thomas of Danish television. The last 3 European finals have been decided by penalty shootout. Have you been practiced that with your team, especially for that?
We have practiced throughout the whole Europa League run, and that's we haven't needed so far. But in case it comes to that moment, like it has happened during the last 3 years, let's see. You never know. You can practice, and it can help. But for sure, we have been practicing.
Bitte sehr, der Herr ganz hinten. Ja.
Hallo, Herr Alonso, eine Frage an Sie. Haben Sie am Samstag den Abstieg des FC Kölns verfolgt?
Question for Xabi Alonso.
Und erhoffen Sie sich, dass Köln
On
so bald wie möglich
Saturday, did you follow Cologne's relegation as a rival from the same region? And do you hope that Cologne will be back in the Bundesliga as quickly as possible so that you can still have this derby? Absolutely. I did see how all of the other matches panned out. It's a shame because Köln will have to try and get promoted back to the Bundesliga next season. So we won't have the derby next season. But I have to say, at this moment in time, it's not exactly my priority.
Another question for Xabi Alonso. A video surfaced online where Jose Mourinho said that you went through his coaching, that of Pep Guardiola, and that of Carlo Ancelotti, 3 of the best managers in the world. And that is why you produce this type of football that your team plays right now. How much of that has impacted your coaching career, the experience you garnered under these managers?
Well, there are 2 parts, for sure. All the experiences that I have gained as a player with those great managers, the 3 of them and many others that I work with. But I learn a lot from the players as well, and they teach me a lot of things. We try to improve through mistakes. We try to improve through good things. So I learn a lot through this work that we are doing on a daily basis. We are training almost every day, preparing each 3 games. So that's practicing is how you learn best. And this year it's been. And the last year as well, it's been like in my develop as a coach, it's helping me so much. And with good players, normally it's easier. And this year we have better players.
Bitte sehr.
Danke. Hallo, Alkis Saftaras von Cosmote TV aus Griechenland. Wir haben super Strände in Griechenland, schon für Sommerurlaub, ja? An Xabi Alonso bitte die Frage. Gibt es überhaupt das Wort Niederlage?
We've got some wonderful beaches in Greece. Maybe you come and see us this summer.
Niederlage in Ihrer Saison, in Ihrem Konzept, in Ihrem Team? Sind die Spieler sicher?
Are you familiar with the term defeat? Is that a word that your team is able to compute?
Wir haben die Belief.
Den Glauben daran?
By this stage, your players know that they'll score by the 95th or 96th minute. Perhaps they no longer believe in defeats. Our self-confidence keeps driving us on. We know that we can create opportunities right up until the final whistle. And I think that belief is crucial when it comes to our mindset and our morale as winners that we've been able to establish throughout this season. That's a huge development that the team has made throughout this season compared with what we did last season. Right from the start of last season, we believed in our brand of football, in our footballing principles, and that's right at the heart of this winning run.
Frage geht an Jona. Ich weiß, du willst dich jetzt erst auf das Finale morgen
Samstag
und dann auf den Sonntag die Feier konzentrieren, aber es wird ja trotzdem über deine Zukunft auch viel spekuliert.
I know that you currently want to focus on tomorrow night's final and then Saturday's game after that, but there's a lot of speculation surrounding you this summer. Have you already made a decision, or do you know when you'll make a decision by?
Auf dem Spiel morgen gerade. Und Samstag und
I don't want to look at that today. I'm fully focused on tomorrow's game and then Saturday's game. You also forgot Euro 2024 in June, so there's a whole host of things that I still have to focus on.
Maybe one quick last question and then we finish it up. Yes, the gentleman in the front.
Thank you.
Oh.
Hello, Mr.
It was, yeah, go for it.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Nikostratis from Live Sport, Greece. Both finalists tomorrow playing the formation 3-4-3. Does this fact make it any more interesting, the final? Because most of the big clubs in European competitions using the formation with 4 defenders, but do you think that that this gives anything special for tomorrow? And if you have a short comment for your colleague, Mr. Gasperini. Thank you very much.
Well, for sure it's going to be the first time that I'm going to have the chance to meet him, and it's going to be my honor, for sure. Big experience and big personality, especially in Italy. And you know, the system, you know, we can be flexible, it can change, but the main thing is the quality of the players, how they interpret it, how they read the situations. And Atalanta, they do special things, and they are a team that when you analyze them, you learn things. And from there, we try to be prepared, but, you know, football is so dynamic that the system is just a picture, and the game is a movie.
Okay, last question, the gentleman in front.
Xabi, welcome back to Ireland. I presume when you were here as a teenager, you didn't see yourself coming back to managing the European final, and secondly, in that regard, is it something of a home match for you?
No, at that moment it was not on my plans what I was gonna be. I came here 14 to Kells, and I enjoyed my summer here. So, but it's always great to come to Dublin. I feel that connection since then. It's my Liverpool years as well. The connection with Ireland is really strong. So it was great to be here. The stadium is fantastic, and you know, for our fans, for sure they will enjoy the whole day, the pre-match. And the game is going to be a great atmosphere.
We have around about 12,000 fans who traveled with us. Thank you very much, everybody. See you tomorrow.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.